The sports world was taken aback by a recent move made by Caitlin Clark and Michael Jordan when Sophie Cunningham was offered. She was taken aback by a $27 million Nike contract when the all-time great basketball player teams up with. When the most beautiful female player transforms someone's life, you know something extraordinary is taking place. Sophie Cunningham, an experienced WNBA player with a reputation for perseverance and hard work, is summoned to a meeting. She anticipates a standard conversation regarding the plays or team strategies for the upcoming season. Then Michael Jordan appears. Just behind Michael Jordan is rookie sensation Caitlin Clark, who has been contributing to the sports world. When they broke the news to each other, Sophie's response was priceless. Nike contributed $27 million. That exceeds the majority of WNBA players have encountered over the course of their careers. We are discussing the transfer of wealth between generations, the kind that affects not only your life but also the future of your family for many years to come. However, there is more to this story. More than a single man getting paid. Music. It's about women's basketball receiving support at last, and the consideration it merits. Additionally, Michael Jordan, the founder of Nike's basketball, made it possible. Dynasty. When it comes to endorsements, WNBA players have been treated unfairly for years. NBA players have contracts, but the majority of WNBA players are fortunate to earn a few $1,000s annually compared to hundreds of millions of dollars. In sponsorships, I find it annoying that gifted female athletes put in just as much effort but make much less money compared to their male peers. Sophie Cunningham is conscious of this issue since being selected by the Phoenix Mercury, who was selected in the 2019 NBA draft, has shown herself to be a dependable three-point shooter and a player who consistently contributes intensity. At night, she made 37.8% of her shots from beyond the arc and averaged 8.2 points per game the previous season. Arc is a great number for any team. However, being an exceptional basketball player hasn't always translated into a profitable endorsement contract. Sophie might have a contract with a smaller company and some local sponsorships, sports company, but nothing that would bring you wealth. Everything changed when Caitlin Clark entered the picture. Beyond simply signing with the WNBA, Clark declared that women's basketball was ready for prime time. She kicked down the door. More people began to watch her game than ever before. Those who had never seen women's basketball fans were watching to see what all the excitement was about. Nike realized they had been sleeping when they discovered this. In a gold mine, Clark was selling venues, drawing TV numbers similar to those of men's games, and generating buzz on social media that marketing directors could only imagine. There aren't many female basketball players have ever been able to sign a contract with Nike that supposedly called for her own signature. Shoe brand. Michael Jordan enters the picture at this point. Apart from hoarding money and being a retired athlete, Michael Jordan still has a strong interest in and involvement with the Jordan and Nike brands. In basketball for women, when the businessman who transformed athlete endorsements saw that women were growing in popularity, Jordan and Clark have been talking about how to improve women's basketball. Improved. They both concluded that it was insufficient to pay just one famous person. Leveling was necessary for the entire sport. Then someone mentioned Sophie Cunningham. Even though they were on different teams, Sophie and Caitlin had grown a close bond. Jordan and Clark therefore presented Nike with a proposal. They desired Sophie's participation of the latest generation of endorsements for women's basketball. Not a minor problem, but one that would draw attention from the media. Draw attention and demonstrate to other companies the value of investing in WNBA players. It must have been thrilling to negotiate. It's amazing to get $27 million for a role player. However, Jordan had a significant role, and Clark's notoriety gave it more legitimacy. In essence, she was saying, "This is my league. These are my colleagues, and they ought to be compensated." It was said to have been an emotional meeting when they told Sophie. It was hard for her to accept. Initially, cash, marketing campaigns, signature clothing, and chances to develop her are all included in the agreement. Worldwide brand. We are discussing Sophie Cunningham's potential for celebrity. Nike's investment in Sophie serves as a warning to other businesses. It's not necessary to be the biggest celebrity to be deserving of a high Earnings, veterans, teammates, and role players are all crucial. Many others could benefit from this. Players who have been disregarded for far too long. Now consider the significance of $27 million to Sophie Cunningham. In the WNBA, the highest salary is approximately $200,000 annually, even if Sophie continued to play for 10 more years at the highest salary. With this Nike contract, her earnings would be significantly higher. This amount is meant for retirement. Your family will have long-term financial security as a result. Rumor has it that other WNBA players are being reevaluated by companies. How much would New Balance or Adidas be willing to pay under a rower? If Nike is prepared to spend $27 million on Sophie Cunningham, how much more should they spend on other athletes? Suddenly, the market opens. Having a player with such an endorsement contract is essential for the Indiana Fever. It improves the group's overall visibility. A team whose players have received significant sponsorships may attract more interest from free agents. It's also fascinating to consider the global ramifications. Since Nike and music are worldwide brands, this agreement probably presents prospects for international marketing. Sophie is capable of representing women's basketball both at home and abroad. As well as abroad, such publicity has the potential to be beneficial in areas where women's basketball is still relatively unknown. To attract new fans and boost the game's viewership overseas, this narrative becomes even more intricate. By the participation of Michael Jordan, this individual altered players' perceptions of endorsements. His collection of Air Jordans, the benchmark for sports branding. Caitlin Clark is also deserving of great recognition. Perhaps she only paid attention to her business and personal wealth. Rather, she is taking a more comprehensive approach and utilizing her contacts to assist. Other players are compensated. Women's sports require that kind of rising tide lifts all boats mentality. This deal could have a significant impact on the WNBA's future operations. If participants are able to create a large sum of money through endorsements, this could influence conversations about collective pay caps and bargaining agreements. The league might have to adjust to a new situation in which player compensation is heavily reliant on endorsements. This is a wise long-term investment for Nike. Women's sports will continue to expand. More widely accepted by participating and taking risks, they are establishing themselves as the company that supported women's basketball prior to its popularity. Sophie is under pressure to deliver now, but given her career to date, she's prepared for it. Nike did not choose a player at random. They choose a person who exemplifies the ideals they wish to be associated with their brand. Will similar transactions take place in the future? Will other former celebrities invest like Jordan did in sports for women? Will other companies be inspired to take a chance on WNBA players by Sophie's success? Women's basketball will never be the same. That much is certain. When Caitlin and Michael Jordan. Everyone take note. Clark gave someone $27 million out of the blue. The subject shifts there. As she worked on her jump shot, a young girl came to the realization that her goals were far more important than anything anyone had ever taught her. Wearing Nike clothing is the way of the future.